Hi everyone, happy Friday. Allison coming to you live. My son is sick downstairs, so hopefully we don't get interrupted, but that's life, right? So I wanted to hop on here today and talk about fear. And I thought about this because I'm heading to my company's annual convention in less than a week, and I'm so excited. And 2 years ago, I was asked to present. I was a speaker and did training. And I said yes, I would do it. I kind of just said yes without thinking. And then it came down to it and I thought I was going to die. I literally thought I was going to die. And I got myself worked up into such a frenzy about doing this live speaking in front of 1,000 people that I physically got sick. And tell me if this has ever happened to any of you. I got myself so worked up. I had a sore throat so bad. I was literally carrying around a bottle of Chloraseptic. I went through 2 full bottles of Chloraseptic because I physically couldn't even swallow. My throat was just raw, destroyed. So I'm spraying Chloraseptic nonstop for an entire week. I physically got myself sick. I was so worked up and so afraid and freaking out over doing this. And when it was done, it was amazing, right? I literally called my husband and started screaming into the phone, I did it, I did it, I did it. And it was the best feeling and I was so excited. So that's what I kind of want to talk about today is your fear real, or is it something that you've worked up to be this enormous thing? Because I think a lot of times we exaggerate our fears, right? And fear is here to protect us, right? Fear has been around forever, and it was from back in the day, fear was to keep people alive. And I still agree with that, right? Because I am fearful of things like skydiving. I don't do stuff like that because I could die, right? You probably won't, but in my head I'll die. But being afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone and doing public speaking or doing a Facebook Live video, or I'm hosting a live webinar next week, I'm scared. Or doing reach outs in network marketing, or being afraid of failure, being afraid of judgment, being afraid of what are people gonna think, right? Those are all so many of the fears people feel in network marketing. They're so afraid of those things and it literally paralyzes you. But they're not real fears. They're things you've exaggerated to be so awful. And I guarantee if you actually do it, you'll realize it wasn't half as bad as you made it out to be. Kind of like my speaking engagement, right? It ended up being unbelievable. And here's the thing. Before I did that speaking engagement, I always looked at the people at the top of the company when I was struggling and not having success in network marketing. I'm like, oh, she doesn't, she's not afraid. She's so outgoing. She's so confident. She doesn't have the fears I have. But what I learned, because here I was at the top of the company and being asked to present and physically sick, I was so afraid. The reality is everyone has these fears. It's what you do with them. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is what you do about those fears. So it's okay to be fearful and to feel the fear, but you've got to do it anyway. If you want to succeed, you've got to feel the fear and you have to do it anyway. I get it, it's scary. But what's the alternative? The alternative to me not presenting would have been to not present. And then I'm not growing myself. What am I showing my team? What am I showing my kids? I literally said yes and didn't even think about it, but I was I knew I had to say yes because I'm always telling my children, I was always telling my network marketing team, you've got to step out of your comfort zone and do the things that are hard. I had to do it. I can't tell you to do it if I'm not going to do it, right? And so that's why I was I had to do it. And I was scared to death, but I did it. I'm hosting a live webinar on Tuesday, September 17th. I hope you are there. The link is above. It's a free network marketing training webinar open to all my female network marketing friends. I hope you come. Please share the link with your teams, your friends, your sidelines, because I want to help as many people as I can. But I'm scared to death to do this. Guys, I've never done a live webinar ever in my life. I'm scared, but I'm what's the alternative? I never do it. So I'll do it. If I crash and burn, all right, you guys, I entertain you. You get a chuckle, right? It is what it is. Every time you do something, there's going to be a first time, right? There was a first time you took a step. There's a first time you rode a bike. There's a first time you do a Facebook Live video. There's a first time you do a reach out. you're always going to be scared, but once you do it, you realize that 9 out of 10 times you exaggerated that fear to be so much worse in your head than it really was. And once you do it, you're like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. What's the worst that's going to happen if you reach out to somebody and they say, what's the worst? They're going to be like, you're annoying, don't ever talk to me again? Okay. Really? What's the worst? If you go for it and you fail, you learn and you can do better the next time. So I get it, you feel a fear, but you get to decide what you do about that fear. Because everybody has fears, everybody. And the only difference between you and the people at the top is that they did it anyway. They felt the fear and they did it anyway. And that's what you need to do. Okay, I get it, there's scary parts of network marketing. Believe me, I was frozen in my fear for a year. Where did that get me? I lost money. I was frustrated. I was annoyed. I felt like a failure. It got me nowhere. And I finally said, screw it. I'm going to push through my fears. I'm going to do it anyway. I literally closed my eyes and held my breath. I threw up the first time I sent a message to someone. True story. I threw up. That's how sick I was. And guess what? They responded very kindly. And I was like, I made this up to be this horrible thing, and it really wasn't that bad. You can do hard things. You just have to do it. So feel the fear. It's okay. Take a deep breath and then ask yourself, is this like, could I die from this? Is this a rational fear, or am I working this up to be much worse than it is? And then close your eyes, hold your breath, and do it anyway. I promise you, that's how you're going to succeed. So join me Tuesday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Eastern time. The link is above. It's a Bitly network marketing webinar, number one. It's a live webinar. If you're feeling stuck, frustrated, if you need to work on your mindset, what to do every day, how to set goals, how to reach goals, this is for you. I was stuck and losing money in network marketing for a year, and I made the shifts I want to share with you, and I was able to reach the top of my company, and I know you can do this too. I want to help you. So join me live for my free webinar, Tuesday, September 17th, 1 p.m. I will see you there.